Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Okay, the very, very, very sad news yesterday of Wayne Shorter passing away. Um, got the news late last night. Very, very sad indeed. Yeah, so I'm a bit beside myself on that one, really, because I'm a big fan of Wayne. However, I suppose, life has to go on, doesn't it? So, okay, back to this series then. This is the what we're on now. This is the third, or is it the fourth? The fourth in the series of me showing an album. I'm going to be playing in the morning, the afternoon, and in the evening. Um, I'm going to be cheating today. The last one in the evening is not a record, but I'll go on to that when I get there. Okay, today then, the Friday, the 3rd of March, this morning, I'm going to be playing this beautiful record. It always puts me in a good mood. It's a fantastic record called Every Kingdom, and it is Ben Howard. This is a great, great album. It's his first one. Great artist. There's the inner sleeve. And what I do like about this album is the attention to detail that they've done, because Island is the record label. It's a bit dirty, that, bloody hell. Is the record label that Ben grew up liking. His main influences are Nick Drake and John Martin, and you hear that on this album. It was very, very popular. It came out in 2000, and to get this right, I think it was 11. Let me just have another quick look. I'm sure it was. It's not telling me then. It's not. My guess is 2011, actually, that this came out. And basically, he got signed up with Ireland, but he started on this Communion record, small record label. This was set up by Marcus Mumford from Mumford and Sons, and a lot of artists that have gone on to be major labels started with that small label. Not least Laura Marlin, all started with that label, and most of them went on to get signed to Ireland. Actually, it's not Ireland as we know; it's Universal now. But I thought it was a nice touch that Ireland created this palm tree label for this one. I thought it was nice touch. So, as I said, it's his first, and it's probably his best-selling album still. The thing I like about this, he just keeps it to basics. His later albums, he's brought more and more musicians into the to his setup, and I think it's too much. All he's got on here is Chris Bond, who also produced the album. He's on drums, percussion, a little bit of guitar, bass, and accordion. He does a lot of stuff on here. You've got the wonderful India Bourne on. Her main instrument is cello, but she's a great singer. She plays a little bit of ukulele, and she does a little bit of bass on there as well. And then, of course, the rest is Ben himself. Great, great album, this. The first track was quite popular, called Old Pine. Diamonds, The Wolves, everything is a wonderful, wonderful track. It really, really is. Only Love, that was popular. The Fear, Keep Your Head Up, I think that was another single, although it was all downloads then, I think. Black Flies. But for me, the centerpiece of the album is the last two tracks, and that's Gracious and Promise. Those two there. Fabulous, fabulous songs. Really, 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 really great songs. I was the oldest swinger in town when I went to see him, and he did a live concert for our and it was a great performance, really great performance. And after this album, he's just gone on from strength to strength, really. He's very, very popular now. His last album went to #1. This was nominated for the Brit Award, but it didn't win, unfortunately. But the fact that he got nominated, didn't do him any harm at all. He was, he's done some great. If you want to really go and check him out on YouTube, as we all are now at the moment, go and check out his performances on Later with Jools Holland. Astounding stuff. Really, really good stuff. So this was his first one then. And I do like the stripped down version of what he's doing on here. His second one, he did bring a couple of other people in, not too many, and that's my favourite, the second one. But this is going to cheer me up this morning after the sad news of Wayne. It's a beautiful, beautiful album. I strongly recommend you, if you're an old and bold thing like me, if you like John Martin, Nick Drake, that sort of vibe, then you're gonna like this. This is a great album. Okay, so that's the first one then that I'm going to listen to this morning. This afternoon, once I've picked up my car, it's a bit poorly at the moment, getting its brakes done, I'm going to be playing this one. This tends to get a little bit overlooked, this one, but I think it's a fabulous, fabulous album. This is Kate Bush, Sensual World. This is a wonderful, wonderful record. Beautiful, beautiful songs on this. I suppose she was a bit under the cosh, really, after her last one. Had so many hits on it. There's not so many. The Sensual World, great video, great video, that one. So she was under the cosh, I think, really, to try and follow up her last masterpiece. And this she does. There's some great on this album. The Palmer, Charlie Morgan on and drums. And she's got Davey Spillane actually on here on Eulanian pipes on that particular track. Great stuff. Love and Anger, that's with Dave Gilmour on guitar. Some great playing by him. The Fog has got Davey Spillane again on there. Beautiful orchestrations by Michael Kamen on that particular track. Stuart Elliott and Nigel Kennedy is on violin on that particular track. Really, really good stuff. Reaching Out again, some beautiful orchestrations, but she's got this Balshiu string quartet on there, and this on that particular occasion. Reaching Out. Heads Were Dancing. What can you say about this track? It's definitely my favourite track on this album, and it's with the wonderful Mick Karn on there, doing some absolutely brilliant playing. Again, the orchestra and Nigel Kennedy's on that track as well. But Michael Kamen does the orchestra. But it's all about the bass playing by Mick Cowan on that track. Absolutely fabulous. Definitely my favourite. Turn the record over. Deeper Understanding. Just a beautiful track. And she brings in these trio Bulgarka. And it's three quite middle-aged women, actually. Bulgarian they are, and they really, really light up that particular tune. It's a beautiful tune. Between a Man and a Woman, lovely, lovely track as well. Some cello by Jonathan Williams on there, and some nice Celtic harp by Alan Stivell. Never Be Mine, again, guitar on there as well. This Woman's Work finishes the album off, and it's a beautiful orchestral piece. It's just Kate and the orchestra by Michael Kamen. Beautiful, beautiful track. So yes, this is the one that I'm going to be listening to this afternoon. Then gets forgotten a lot, that one. I think it's a great one of the best. That one. Okay, this evening then, it has to be done. This is a box set. It's not an album, it's a CD box set. And as I said at the beginning of this particular short film, the wonderful today in this, and this is the only Weather Report box set that's out there. Fabulous thing. It's 3 CDs and a DVD. There we are. Fabulous book inside, and it's tracks from all their albums. There they are. The greatest jazz fusion group ever, in my opinion. So Wayne has gone up there to join Joe Zanwilli and Jacko. Not forgetting that I mean, there's Joe and there's Wayne. Great photographs. Lovely, lovely thing. There's another one here. Love those photographs. The man was an absolute pioneer. You know, he started in the 50s, and then he in the late 50s into the early 60s, he was playing with Miles. Had his own career in the 60s as well, and then of course he linked up with Joe. The first album that they produced as Weather Report was, let me just check, I think it was 70, either 70 or 71. Let me get my facts right. Oh dear, where's the page gone? I think I am right. I think it is 1970 was the first album. I'm trying to find a page with all the albums on it, guys. Just bear with me a minute. It's either 70 or 71. And I can't find this page. Where the hell is it? Oh dear. Struggling here, actually. Deary me. It's gone. I don't know where it's gone. I'm still struggling. So, yes, whilst he was in Weather Report, he played with a host of people. He was obviously on the first Jaco Pastorius album, just Jaco, and then he played on a lot of albums actually with Joni Mitchell. Turns up on a lot of her albums, which is great, and it just puts that little magic sprinkle of what he does on the pieces. You know, wherever he turns up, you know it's him. It's got such a distinctive sound. And I really am, I probably am going to listen to the whole thing. This is 3 CDs and a DVD, which is absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, I never got to see Weather Report. I would love to have seen them. I've lost this page. I don't know where it is with all the albums on it. Really, where the hell is it? Yes, they are one of the few bands I would have really, really liked to have seen. There we are. 19. So I was right. Yeah, the last Weather Report was album, that is, was 1986. However, Joe went on tour, and he was always inviting Wayne in. Yeah, so I think the most popular run of albums that they had were with Jacko, who for me was the greatest bass player ever. And so it started in 1976 with Black Weather with Jacko, Heavy Weather, probably the most popular, Mr. Gone, 8:30, which is the live album, Night Passage, and then the second Weather Report album from 1982 was the last one with Jacko. That's probably that lot there, all the way along that middle sort of synopsis of who was in the band at the time. It's brilliant. So, Wayne, rest in peace, my friend. Go up there. I hope you are now tearing it up with Joe, with Jacko, Khan, Keith Moon, tearing it all up with them. You are going to be sadly missed. Sadly missed. So that's what I will be listening to this evening, in memory of the great, Wayne Shorter. Okay, have a fantastic Friday. And if I've got time tomorrow, I'll do the same again. So carrying on with the series then. So 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. Have a fantastic day then, and hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. Bye-bye.